So we're here to watch BFA save the world?
I guess so. He got his artifact weapon up to 159.
Holy crap, there's a 159? Anyway, so we're just gonna sit here and watch the show, right?
Yep, and there he is now.
Oh my god, they're down there and they're watching me. Hey, artifact weapon, let's go.
Master.
Like, you're gonna be the one that saves the world. Or you're gonna die trying. Come on, it's gonna be so fun. You're gonna love it.
I think this is not gonna work out at all.
I wanted to watch it not work out.
Alright, she's just about there. Let's take a look.
Okay, artifact weapon, are you ready? Actually, don't answer that. Okay, I'm gonna be back here and you do your thing, so let's go.
Incredible power. 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 Power.
What made you think it was a good idea to throw it?
I thought it would work. I thought he was Gandalf.
Hey, this isn't just an image. This is actually Khadgar's head.
Can we do something like give him CPR?
Did you seriously just say that?
Why am I even here? Hey, it's Soul. It's February 2nd, 2018. This is Warcraft Weekly. That is Bob. And let's get started with the show. Brought to you by A Minor. Professional tutoring tailored for adults taking night classes. Call A Minor. Hype. We have a show today. You know, it's weird. There isn't a whole lot going on this week. It's just that all this Battle for Azeroth stuff has happened, and you know, we're still kind of reacting. But at the same time, there isn't a whole lot much more going on. We still haven't started the alpha yet. I'm not in the alpha yet.
Is that all that matters?
Yes. So today I want to kind of, well, I just want to let it soak in. This is it, guys. Oh my god. Hype, 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 hype. This is one of those weeks that I would say is like a good week for Blizzard. And we'll get to ourselves in a bit. But it's been a very, very good like week or two for them. The alpha is about ready to go, but more than anything, it's all like the data miners and such that are starting to get the hype building up. There's the pre-orders that are in, the allied races, the tentative announce date for the next expansion. So it's a lot to soak in, and we're going to digest that together and get super excited in the meantime. Ah! So how was your week, everybody? My week was pretty busy, doing my best to try to finally get a model viewer up so I can have, did you let him in?
I did not.
Did you watch the door?
We have a door?
But a lot of it has been just like some of you folks at home are on the toilets, just kind of chilling and soaking in all this new content that's coming in. But of course, it wasn't without its problems, and I'm going to go over that in just a little bit. I would love to hear how your experience was this week. You know, whether it's just like your normal, hey, how was your week sort of thing, or if you happen to get a pre-order, you got your allied race up and running, like what has it been like out in the world of Warcraft? Last week, I made a bet with myself thinking, you know what? No one makes it to the end of my videos, not my weeklies. You know, it's so full of like self-promotion and all that stuff. Who's gonna give a shit about that, right? You put that up, didn't you?
What?
Asshole. After a little experiment, I found out that I was hella wrong. So, Cleopatra Rog, or Republican Gamers, is that what it is? I don't think so. She's gonna be getting a WoW token for her awesome comment, which says, Soul, I really hope you make it into the alpha. It was a semi-hidden sort of contest that I did, and well, there was a lot of people that joined because somehow a lot of people wanted to watch the weekly. Why? Anyway, Cleopatra, grats to you. It literally took me I think 7 times to get the name right this time. You're gonna get a WoW token. Just send me a private message or a direct tweet, whatever it is, with your email, and then I will have a token sent to you. As for the rest of you, thank you very much for entering and leaving your comments, and otherwise leaving some more positive energy. It was such a treat to read. I read every comment, even like the shitty ones. And I hope to do something like that again. Just not this week. Promise. There's absolutely no contest this week. No, really, there isn't. So if that's what you were looking for, thanks for coming, stay breezy, etc, etc, etc. I do not have a featured YouTuber for this week because I just didn't have time to take a look.
You monster.
Maybe I am a monster, but It just shows folks that I try to take, you know, just a little bit of time to really look at the channels that are being suggested to me before I just, you know, blindly promote them. I did see some suggestions, but as always, if you know of any channel that has 10,000 or fewer subscribers that you think needs some love and attention and likes and subs and etc., send them my way. I will take a look and I will feature them in a future weekly. Alright, so screw everything else. Let's get into this BFA hype. Oh my god! It's funny, this was like a whole roller coaster of events that had happened on the 30th. Everyone was just kind of waiting with bated breath. Oh my god, it's the 30th. This is it! You know, the pre-order's gonna happen. Everything's gonna happen today. And meanwhile, I was like, you know, I don't know, guys. I think that it's, I don't think it's gonna happen. You know, I think it's just gonna be like this and this and this. And then I was wrong like a mother, and people were literally telling me on stream, oh my god, pre-orders are in. This information is coming in. This thing has been revealed. Holy cow. So long story short, for me personally, I just got my copy. I tried out the allied race. It was fun, cool, whoop-de-doo. So speaking of allied races, what do you think is going to be next on the list? There's some pretty strong indicators that we're going to get Draenor orcs at some point. And when I get around to it, I'll do a video on what I think is like the game design behind allied races, how it seems to work, how I think it should work, and so on. I think the other night, the guild helped to convince me that the Tortolan will be the next allied race. After all, we were trying them out. They worked out pretty well. So now pre-orders for Battle for Azeroth are available pretty much worldwide, and they're pretty much working, I think. With the pre-order launch came a whole media blitz of stuff for us to digest and take a look at and, well, maybe talk shit about. The box art was revealed. I'm taking a look at it right now, and it is a very genuine throwback to the very early days of Warcraft when it was just orcs versus humans and so on. Here's what I see though. The Alliance guy, okay, cool. He's just a plain kind of looking Alliance guy. Let's just call him Jeff. Jeff Lothar, alright? It's Jeff Lothar. Hey guy. But hey, who's staring at him? It's an orc? No. This is not just any orc. This is Thrall. I swear to you, this is freaking Thrall. We found him. He was training. How do we know that's him? Take a look right up there. Eyebrows. What other orc has eyebrows? None. Alright? I don't care about the hairstyle. I don't care about the earrings. You can't fake eyebrows, okay? But I still think this is cool. It just means that the Horde and Alliance conflict are very much going to be a centric part of this particular expansion. Now, we're still probably going to focus on like some sort of greater threats or some more, maybe not a greater threat, but a more immediate threat that may or may not put the fighting to a stop. Just my totally pull this out of my ass kind of prediction. I think it's going to be like the Earthen Ring or the Cenarian Circle. You know, some sort of neutral faction is going to pull the champions of Azeroth, whoop-de-doo, into this more important conflict to save the world. Because this is the true battle for Azeroth. You know, something cheesy like that. They also released a pair of super sexy wallpaper for us to use and drool over and again to talk smack about. There's the dwarf from the original cinematic who unfortunately hasn't leveled up at all. There's Jeff Lothar over there. There's Greymane in his Scooby-Doo outfit. Randuin? Okay, I don't really know how to do it. We have Anduin, the most beautiful man on Azeroth, sporting some side boob, and of course, his signature magnum. And there's two bluish people. And hey, gnomes. And over here on the Horde side, we have someone whose face is getting eaten by their own helmet. Good old Zappy Boy. There's Saurfang sporting his best Grommash Hellscream impression. There's the generic orc who really wishes he could be like Saurfang. And there's the orc's mount. And of course there's Sylvanas, also sporting some side boom and a really nasty look. Oh, and there's a goblin. Cool. So when you really pull these pictures back, you gotta think to yourselves, dude, these two faction leaders are so vain. These two faction leaders are clearly not the tallest of these races. Well, okay, sorry, dwarf. But it's like Sylvanas and Anduin are like, alright, cool, I'm gonna be up front, you guys gotta step back, alright? You guys gotta step back. And they point to the camera person, they're like, hey, camera person, I want you to put this angle lower. No, lower. Okay, cool. I gotta be the tallest, right? Along with the pre-order, of course, came new system requirements that are quite a bit higher than they were before. That includes processor, video card, operating system even. In the future, you'll need a computer that will run off of a hamster. So let's get to a little bit of salt. Everyone loves a little salt on their french fries and whatnot. There were some pretty legit problems going on with trying to order the expansion. I got my copy without too much trouble, and this was very early on. I had like one error screen that popped up, so I had to like spam it a little bit, but I wasn't overcharged or anything. Meanwhile, reportedly there were people that were being charged, you know, over $1,000 or so. They just kept trying over and over again in pre-order, and well, I guess they didn't really take into account that there is a chance they might get double charged, or I don't know the math. The queue times were a little bit less financially harmful, but nonetheless were pretty ridiculous too. If you've got to wait 17 billion years in order to get to the front of the line, then you might have a bit of a problem.
God, Blizzard is so bad, they can't even handle a worldwide pre-order launch for a 13-year-old game that still gets the attention of millions of people.
Yeah, they suck. And the timing of this pre-order release is, as always, suspicious depending on what sort of narrative you're trying to run. Like, did you guys know that a pretty beefy Final Fantasy XIV patch came out? Maybe, but then Allied Races came out. Have you been playing Monster Hunter World? Are you feeling conflicted because you want to get your Void Elf Heritage armor? Or is this all just a conspiracy to derail other game releases like Fruitakia 2 or Railway Empire?
Derail the railroad game?
That actually is a coincidence, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But really, it just is what it is. The pre-orders are out, Allied Races are in, people are out and about leveling. The world once again feels pretty populated. People are running around, questing, doing things. And for all the complaining and the salt and the drama, that's not going to stop. But for all of that, it is kind of cool that that there is a reason to just go outside in, you know, outdoor world, not outside, because that's scary. I'm talking about being out in the open world as opposed to the old practice of just binging through dungeon queues. Just like anything that WoW is going to push, I think that while it's not perfect at all, I think that largely this entire allied race and level scaling combination sort of thing has been pretty successful. But of course, I gotta walk that back just a little bit. The bugs, those are relevant. The complaints, people that just don't like these sorts of changes, those kinds of arguments are relevant too. But I'd say for the overall health of a game, whether you're a new player or you're a veteran, I think this all turned out pretty well. So with Allied Races out of the way and all these other announcements, we can kind of take a look and see just what is there between now and BFA. First off, this has me already excited to even think or talk about. Think of previous expansions like World of Draenor, Mists of Pandaria, where it was just, okay, we got the last raid, and then it was damn near radio silence. We didn't get jack shit. There was the alpha and beta news that was going on, but for people playing on live servers, there was just not a whole lot to do. These days with Legion, we have something to at least look forward to. We may not like what we're looking forward to, but at least there's something there to fill this what used to be a pretty devoid gap. So we have the Seething Shore Battleground, probably one of the more meaty things that's going to come. There's whatever the hell is going to happen with our artifact weapons. We know that there's going to be some sort of cutscene, so we know there's going to be a thing that goes on, but we're not quite sure if there's going to be any sort of follow-up to it. My hope is that there's going to be a separate mini quest line for each and every artifact, but it's probably nah. Wrapped around those things may be some more Silithus related stuff that goes on. Personally, I would have liked it if there was a bit of world quest content that gives me a reason to go all the way down there. I mean, story-wise, it's pretty relevant. There should be things to do there that can kind of forward the narrative, right? According to the Before the Storm book, Sylvanas has intentions to march on Stormwind. My speculation is that that conversation takes place just before this feast that we had experienced in-game. So we don't know if there's still going to be some sort of march on Stormwind for whatever reason, or if there are going to be certain events that are going to eventually lead up to the burning of Teldrassil and the battle for the Undercity and the start of the expansion. There's the Before the Storm book itself, which we know is coming in June. There's no telling whether or not this book is going to just kind of spoil everything that's going to go on right before the expansion, or if we as players are going to experience all these things in-game just before the book comes out. And that's very possible given the dates that we have now. As of this recording, June is still 4 months away, so we can probably expect 4 months of there being very little to do aside from these little snippets of content that we have, but there's simply a lot that we don't know yet. And as I mentioned, there's the whole thing about Teldrassil, the tree burning to the, well, okay, not burning to the ground, but it's on fire. With every small tidbit of story that we get, it's all going to come back to, okay, how is this going to lead into the tree burning down? This right now is the big whodunit of WoW. And then there's the estimated launch date itself, which is September 21st. A very weird date. September 21st of this year falls on a Friday. So instinct tells me Don't take my word for it though, but I have a pretty good feeling that the expansion is going to come out before this date. Personally, I think that when Legion was announced and they had like their whole suspicious date, they said the same thing, that it was going to come out on or before September 21st of 2016 that time. And Legion ended up coming out on August 30th. So I think when Blizzard was thinking about this, they were just like, you know, just change the date from like 16 to 18 and we're good to go, right? So that, I think, is just about everything laid out. There are things to mess with now with allied races, the new level, the kind of new leveling experience. There are more things to look forward to, more story, a battleground, a book. And we've got the alpha, which, okay, I'm still not in yet. So we have that to look forward to, and the dump truck of information to come from that. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up. I want to thank all of you for making it to the end, and as promised, I don't have a contest for you. Sorry. I want to thank all the newcomers to the channel. Thank you for subscribing or becoming a patron or becoming a supporter of the channel the best way that you know how. If you're interested in being a patron and having the opportunity to influence me like a true puppet master, take a look at the link below. Patrons with their hard-earned cash money help set the direction for this channel. And so far, it's looking pretty good. Thanks, guys. But I'm more than happy to take your support any way that you want to give it, so that way I can give you more of this and all things Warcraft. I look forward to seeing you next week for more video content, for more streams, for more of Bob, I guess. But until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay breezy.